The substation hums, a low thrum against the concrete floor, smelling of ozone and the ghost of hot vacuum tubes. Outside, the city breathes a humid sigh, streetlights bleeding neon onto rain-slicked asphalt, casting long, distorted shadows that dance like forgotten memories. A hand-labeled vinyl record spins, its grooves holding more than just music, a quiet rebellion captured in the crackle. Now,
Black Star Pirate Radio.
In Oranjezicht, we're reading 63 degrees Fahrenheit, with partly cloudy. Winds are moving from the northwest at 8 miles per hour. Somewhere a capacitor creaks under the load, hot metal. The console keeps its lights and its secrets.
The official Météo France bulletin describes this as a heat dome, a high-pressure front trapping warmth. The choice becomes visible, managing acute discomfort today versus confronting the systemic energy consumption patterns that amplify these events. It's a fundamental reevaluation of our relationship with the climate.
Beyond temporary fixes, our built environments need reimagining. A more resilient, chosen next move involves implementing citywide green infrastructure initiatives, expanding tree canopies, integrating reflective surfaces on buildings, and developing cool zones as permanent civic resources. This builds architectures that favor dignity in extreme conditions.
Balancing the immediate thermal burden with a fundamental redesign of our metropolitan spaces, that's the architectural challenge laid bare. We've got a caller on the line, asking the right questions.
With cities melting, is anyone building real solutions or just talking? Who pays for these massive green infrastructure projects?
A sharp question, and exactly why we need clear analysis. The real solutions emerge when we integrate both the urgency of the moment and the long-term vision for our civic architectures, built on consent and provenance. It's about building, not just reacting. From that dossier to this one, Labour must put policy first, politics second, Tony. From the climate of our streets to the climate of political strategy, the shifting winds continue. Tony Blair offers his perspective on Labour's trajectory.
Blair's recent essay, published in May, calls for Labour to take a step back, analyze the world, stressing policy first, politics second. This targets the internal direction of the UK Labour Party and its future legislative agenda, aiming to redefine its core platform for millions of potential voters. An alternative path, not chosen, would be to double down on current populist messaging to rally immediate public support without deep policy revision.
He's advocating a deeper look at underlying principles, a return to what some call Clause 4 thinking, but modernized. The trade-off is between responsive, short-term political maneuvering and a more foundational, perhaps slower, reevaluation of core policy. It calls for sharp discernment to separate genuine structural needs from fleeting political noise.
His proposed action, introspection, pushes for an internal recalibration of Labour's identity. This aligns with building an inner architecture of unwavering autonomy, where self-worth, even for a political party, is structural, not contingent on external poll numbers or the latest opinion poll. It's about owning their path.
So for Labour, this policy-first approach sounds good on paper. But who actually pays for this introspection when voters demand immediate answers and quick wins?
Introspection as a policy move, a potent idea. Sometimes the most radical action is simply to listen to your own internal compass, clear of the clamour, and chart a course built on dignity. From political introspection to financial innovation, the architecture of trust is being rebuilt in unexpected places. Japan is now forging a new path for civic finance.
Japan's Diet recently enacted a bill in May 2024, enabling local governments to issue bonds digitally, specifically leveraging distributed ledger technology, DLT, like blockchain, to streamline the entire process from issuance to settlement. This impacts hundreds of local municipalities seeking more efficient funding mechanisms and opens new avenues for institutional investors looking for transparent, traceable assets. The conventional alternative involved cumbersome paper certificates and a multi-layered, centralized clearing system, which this new legislation aims to bypass.
The digital issuance of these bonds isn't just a tech upgrade, it's a fundamental shift in how civic debt is recorded and trusted. Imagine a digital ledger, an unforgeable scroll where every bond's journey from issuer to holder is permanently etched, ensuring absolute provenance. This redefines the relationship between citizen trust and government solvency, moving from opaque paper trails to transparent digital chains.
With all this digital transparency, who truly benefits from these new bonds? Are taxpayers getting better deals, or are new digital risks just being created for local governments and investors?
That's the core question, isn't it? The promise of efficiency and trust, weighed against the new frontiers of digital security and accessibility. Japan's move is a bold architectural statement, building new civic structures that redefine how we manage collective resources. It's about designing systems that uphold consent and dignity in a rapidly evolving financial landscape. This is TogeeVision, navigating the signals and the noise, building with purpose. Stay resilient. Family.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Continue the signal at TogeeVision.com. Tune in Sparks and Stories, Gig Passport.